Hare Krishna devotees. So today we are going to see the unique features of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching. As all of us know, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the most munificent incarnation. He is Lord Krishna himself, who has descended to give love of Krishna, which no other incarnation has even given before. So therefore, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur glorifies Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as follows. Prema nama bhutartha श्रवणपथगतो कस्य नाम्ना महिम्ना को वेत्ता कस्य वृंदा वन विपिन महामाधुरीषु प्रवेश को वा जानाति राधां परमरस चमत्कार माधुर्य सीमा एकश्चैतन्य चंद्रा परम करुणया सर्वमाविष्यकार. So before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who knew that the goal of life is love for Krishna, who knew the glories of chanting holy names the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has presented, who knew the importance of following the footsteps of Vrajvasis to serve Krishna, the, the Raganuga Bhakti, and who knew the glories of Srimati Radharani. यदि गौर न होय तो तबेति की होय तो केमाने धरिताम दे राधार महिमा प्रेम रस सीमा जगते जाना तो के. So all these things make Lord Chaitanya a very unique propounder of the transcendental path, and we will see one by one in details how his preaching is so unique, and in what way it is unique, and how it is important to know for all of us about its uniqueness. So first of all, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he made this bhakti open to all, irrespective of one's birth, race, nationality, education, whether one is cultured or uncultured. So it was irrelevant, like everybody, the social stature. So Mahaprabhu gave mercy to one and all without discrimination. So that is the first unique feature. So he gave mercy to those who are socially considered of not very great birth. Like he gave mercy to Dukhi, who was maid servant of Srivas Thakur, and she was performing some menial services like carrying the pots for the Abhishek of Lord. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "No, I don't like her name Dukhi. From today onwards, she is Sukhi." So she got that mercy of Lord Chaitanya and she received Krishna Prem. And on the other hand, we see Maharaj Prataprudra, who is the king of Orissa, and he is of such a socially considered greater birth. And yet, Mahaprabhu was pleased with his service attitude, like how he broomed the streets for Jagannath Ratha Yatra, and how he came in the dress of a beggar in front of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, leaving aside all the upadhis, all the designations that we create for ourselves unnecessarily based on the externals. So Maharaj Prataprudra also got mercy. So birth is not that important. The not at all important. Only thing that matters is bhakti and a sincere attitude. Then Mahaprabhu gave mercy to those who are considered of having greater status, like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the uh, the the greatly renowned Pandit and of Nyaya Shastra, and very much a scholar. And he received mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And on the other side, we know that there are those who did not even have any understanding of Vedic culture, like Chand Kazi. He also received Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. On one hand, we have very scholarly, poetic Rupa Goswami, whose devotion through his drama and poetry was extremely appreciated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And on the other hand, we have one South Indian Brahmana who was reciting shlokas, but he did not know any grammar. He did not know any of the Sanskrit pronunciation. Also, he was reading it correctly or sometimes incorrectly. But Mahaprabhu appreciated his Guru Bhakti and his determination, and he said प्रभु कहे गीता पाठे तोमरा ही अधिकार, तुम्ही ये जानिले अर्थ गीतार अर्थ सार. Whatever you have understood as Gita's conclusion, that is the correct conclusion. So we have this example also. Apart from that, we know that those who are highly cultured, like Venkat Bhatta, they got mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his teachings and his blessings. And on the other hand, we have the extremely degraded Jagai and Madhai, uh, who were the nuisance in the society, but they also received Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So therefore, it is mentioned that patra patra vicharanam na kurute naswam param vikshate deya deyo vimarshako nahi nava kala pratiksha prabhu sadyo yah shravane kshana pranamana dhyana durlabham sadyo bhakti rasam dhatte bhakti rasam sa eva bhagavan gaurah param me gati. So this is also a very beautiful verse which highlights the first point that how Mahaprabhu gave mercy to one and all. Uh, it mentions that patra patra vicharanam na kurute. He doesn't consider who is qualified, who is unqualified, and he also nasvam param vikshate. He doesn't see he is mine, he is somebody else's, like that. Deya deya vimarshako. He does not think twice before whether this thing is to be given or not to be given. And Kala Pratiksha Prabhu, he does not even wait for time, for right time to come, like that. So Sadhyo, immediately, yeah, this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, earlier that bhakti which was difficult to be obtained even by performing Shravana, Ikshana, seeing the deity, hearing about him, uh, Pranamana, offering obeisances, Dhyana Dina Durlabham, even with meditation, what was difficult to obtain, Dhatte Bhakti Rasam Saeva Bhagwan Gaurah Param Me Gati. So this Bhakti Rasa, the mellow of devotion that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, so this Lord is only my Param Gati, my greatest destination. So this is the first one. Secondly, we know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he preached pure bhakti with no mixture, uh, the bhakti that pleases the heart. Savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahaituki, unmotivated, apratihata, uninterrupted devotional service. Yayatma suprasidati, by which the heart completely becomes satisfied. So when one tries to satisfy Krishna without any motive, automatically one's heart is automatically satisfied. So this bhakti should not have any anya bilashita, any other desire apart from service to Krishna, nor it should be tinged or covered by karma and jnana processes. Karma means the fruitive activity which is performed to become prosperous in this world and the next world, and jnana process which is performed to attain liberation, cultivation of impersonal knowledge. So all this is rejected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see how in his uh, behavior with and his teachings, when this Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, he was accompanied by one Brahmana who was chanting Ram's name, but uh, his desire was to attain liberation. So Mahaprabhu did not approve that. Also, Murari Gupta, he was talking about impersonal knowledge as a part of Leela, but then Mahaprabhu gave him one sublime realization, telling him that that bhakti is so pure, he cannot make it contaminated with karma and gyan. And also, he did not approve he the way Raghunath Das Goswami's father, although he is a Vaishnava in one sense, but he was after sense gratification. So Mahaprabhu told Raghunath Das Goswami that Krishna delivered you from such kind of uh, bad house, he said, which was like a kugruha or the ditch. And so this is pure bhakti with no mixture. Then we have this bhakti following the Vrajvasis. This is the third unique feature of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is highlighted in the verse Aradhya Bhagwan Rajesha Tanyas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Yakalpita. So the highest, the worshipable Lord is Vrajendra Nandan Krishna. Although there are so many personalities of Godhead, the expansions of Krishna, but the original Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is the worshipable Lord. And Uh, so this is clear in many of his discussions with Rai Ramananda, with uh, uh, with Rup Goswami, with Sanatan Goswami, with Vallabh Bhatta, that how it is important to develop an intimate relationship with Krishna. We have to follow the footsteps of Rajvasis because they perform Kevala Bhakti, which is untinged by any Aishwarya. Kevalara Shuddha Prema Aishwarya na jane. Aishwarya dekhile nije sambandha se mane. Even if they see opulence of Krishna, they don't consider Krishna's godhood. They consider their own relationship with Krishna, that intimate relationship with Krishna as a sakha or as a parent or as a lover to be all in all. So that is what pleases Krishna the most. Aishwarya Shithila Preme Nahi Mora Prita. So Brajera Nirmal Bhav Shuni Bhaktagan Vidhi Dharma Chadi Kare Krishna Sevan. So this is following the footsteps of Rajvasis. That is the third unique feature of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching. Fourth one is a scientific presentation of bhakti as mellow. So before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his teachings to Rupa Goswami, uh, this mellow, this different rasas, they were discussed only in terms of mundane dramatics, but they were never discussed in terms of bhakti. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu systematically presented this, the different aspects of how one uh, receives the bhakti lata bij, the seed of devotion from Guru and Krishna. Then he keeps watering them and he reaches a Rati stage. And then at Rati or Bhav stage, when different ingredients like seeing Krishna, the Krishna's paraphernalia, and different emotions, how do they mix together with the steady emotion that he has for Krishna, and how it creates a mellow or the something very tasteful both for Krishna and for the devotee. So this was never discussed before. That is a great gift of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then fifth is Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunayavatirana Kalau. Although Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Yuga Dharma Pravartaimu Nama Sankirtan Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. I will give the four types of mellows of servitude, friendship, parenthood, and the conjugal love. But yet, through his example and through the example of his Shad Goswamis and their literature, we come to know that the main gift that Mahaprabhu is giving is the Manjari Bhav, that is the maid servanthood of Radharani, uh, and which is very clear from his discussion from Rai Ramananda, where he says that actually Rai Ramananda says this that Sakhi Vina E Lilar Anera Nahi Gati Sakhira Anugati. Hmm. So when one performs their Anugati, um, then what happens? Radha Krishna Kunja Seva Sadhya Sahi Pai, Sahi Sadhya Paite Ara Nahika Upai. Sakhira Anugaya Gata Haya. Kare Anugati. So that is a very one unique feature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling, uh, revealing that this is the highest that living entity can achieve, which is the maid servanthood or Radha Dasyam. Uh, so this is, and then comes this mood of separation, nourishing union. So Mahaprabhu, he instructed Raghunath Das Goswami that Vraje Radha Krishna Seva Manase Karibe, perform the mental service to lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. But at the same time, all these Goswamis, they were also performing service in separation. Hey Radhe, Vraja Devi Ke Lalite, Hey Nanda Suno Kuta. Where are you, Radharani? Where are you, Krishna? Where are you, Lalita? So this mood of separation, when developed, it nourishes the mellow of union. So we have this concept that na vina vipralambena sambhoga pushtima apnoyat. So this parakiya bhav, which gives the facility for separation, although all the gopis are swarup shaktis of Krishna, they are his internal potencies, yet by the influence of yoga maya, uh, they kind of have a pseudo marriage to somebody else, but actually they have no connection with that somebody else. They are only have pure love for Krishna and are to be only enjoyed by Krishna. So But this Parakya Bhav, it brings three things to nourish the love of gopis, that is Badha, Prachanna Kamukta, and Durlabhata. Rarity, obstacles, and hiddenness or secrecy, which gives a flavor, which intensifies their devotion for Krishna. So therefore Yogamaya arranged for this kind of situation. um, so a devotee also, during his sadhana, he feels separation from Krishna, and that makes him ready for upcoming union with Krishna. And finally, the last one, the unique feature of Mahaprabhu's preaching is Harinam Sankirtan as a method to achieve love. तारमध्ये सर्वश्रेष्ठ नाम sankirtan निरपराध नाम लैले पावे प्रेमधन. Among all the processes of devotional service, the chanting of Hare Krishna is the greatest, and one performs it without offenses. One gets love for Krishna, and this method can be performed by anyone and everyone. And it is mentioned कलेर दोष निधे राजन अस्ति एको महद गुणः कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्तसंगा परम व्रजेत एतन् निर्विद्यमानानाम इच्छताम कुतो वयम योगिनाम निरुपनिर्णीतम हरेर नाम अनुकीर्तनम. This is concluded that हरेर नाम अनुकीर्तनम, अनुकीर्तनम means continuous chanting or chanting based on one's own mood towards Krishna. So that is, and then also we have Jiva Goswami mentioning there are two ways of chanting. One is kevalena, another is sneha sanyuktena. Kevalena means without involving one's emotions, just chanting. And second one is sneha sanyuktena, means affectionately chanting. So the first one may give liberation, but it doesn't give the ultimate result. But the second one, affectionately chanting, that gives the result of prema. And then Jiva Goswami also mentions that kalau yad anya bhakti kartavya satu tat sanyogena eva. Whatever other limbs one is supposed to perform in devotional service, like reading Bhagavatam or going to Vrindavan Dham or serving deities, it has to be performed in accompaniment of Harinam Sankirtan. And by doing that, one quickly achieves one desired goal, which is Krishna Prem. So this is how we see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he made the bhakti universal by making it open to all. And then he preached the pure bhakti, and not only pure bhakti, but the bhakti following the footsteps of Brajvasis. And not only that, the scientific presentation of bhakti as mellow, and then the Manjari Bhav, the maid servant of Radharani, that is to be the goal of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And the Vipralamba mood, the mood of separation, in which one is supposed to cultivate one's devotion. And finally, the Harinam Sankirtan, uh, widely spread Krishna Varanam, Visha Krishnam, Sango Pangastar Parshadam, Yadni, Sankirtana Prai, Yajanti hi Sumedasa. Those who have good intelligence, they recognize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Yuga Avatar. Actually, he's Avatari, but also as a secondary task, he performs the performance, fulfills his mission of preaching Prem Nam Sankirtan, and he fulfills his own desire to relish Radharani's love for Krishna also as his internal desire. So we are very fortunate to have such an amazing teaching of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming in the parampara system, and all the great acharyas, beginning from Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, till Srila Prabhupada, and all those who are following Rupa Goswami. So this is a great heritage, great inheritance, and we can simply can never be enough grateful to this opportunity that we have received. That if we simply let them deliver us, uh, then then we reach the fulfillment of this opportunity, and that understand how glorious Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is based on its uniqueness, and and do our best uh, to reciprocate with Lord's love for all of us. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.